Thank you, Marcus, and thank everybody who's here today. We've been teasing this day, Marcus and I, for a while now, so it is really good to finally be here, to be getting to explain and boast to you all about what a wonderful technical platform we built, but also what it means for us as a company, for our customers, and ultimately for you as shareholders. So let me start with what it means for us as a platform. And let me show a slide that I've shown many times before, but try to put it in a bit of a different context given the topic of today. So, going ultra-wide, Michelle showed you what the API calls looks like on our platform. We see this peak where it spins up to 23,000 requests on European market open. It slows down, and then there's another peak when the US market's open. Now this presents, like Michelle said, a unique technical challenge. There are a lot of other platforms, say Spotify, that have a higher API rate, but it's constant. People listen to music as the sun moves around the earth, right? So we have this problem where it spins up, peaks, and then slows down. So we have to be able to scale dynamically. Then Matthias Wiberg showed you how we design and how we build engagement in our app and web to the point where we have over 360,000 unique users in the app every single day, and another 100,000 on the web. Now let me add some commercial aspects to that, because as these people log in, they start putting trades through. And on a typical day in the first quarter of 2024, they're putting 216,000 trades through the platform, 63,000 of which are cross-border, for a total traded value of 6.2 billion. Then on any single day, they're also bringing up 1,000 new people joining us as customers, and they, and existing customers, are putting 300 million of fresh money onto the platform. We pay out some 63 million loans, and they do 240 million of net fund purchases. And what's all this in service for? Well, to me, it's easy. It's building the best platform for savings and investments. This is our brand promise. This is what we promise our customers, and everything we do is always in service of delivering on this promise. Now, I get nerdy, not when it comes to tech, but when it comes to language. So I love the ing form of this word. We're building the best platform. It's not to build, because to build would signify that you can be done. I would instead say we're never done. If we ever think we're done, we need to move the goalposts. So what you've been seeing here today, everything that my colleagues have been talking about, is really putting the technology, the data, the design in service of this brand promise. So what is the key selling proposition of the Nordnet platform? Again, I would argue that it is the combination of fantastic UX in the channels, as Matthias has been patiently demoing throughout the day, but also and crucially combined with a wide product range. Now, if you will allow me, I think there are a lot of fintech startups that have great UX. They have a beautiful app. Once you tap your way through that app, there ain't nothing there. You end up in one of three fund of funds. I used to work at an incumbent bank, so incumbent banks, they have all the products in the world, but they cannot, for the life of them, get them out through the channels in a meaningful way. So this is really where we shine. Add that we're also then delivering these products through smooth and automated customer journeys, all spinning on a scalable platform in the cloud where we work with what we call real-world agile. I think, to me, that is the secret sauce. But let me take just a few minutes to do a slide each on the top three skills here, because we've spent a lot of time on the platform already. So starting with leading UX in the platform, to me, this is really about elevating the investment journey through intuitive design. And how do you do that? In many different ways, as my colleagues have talked about, but I want to just briefly mention user-centric approach. Now, Matthias talked about how we co-develop with our customers, and this is key to us. Running closed betas, running focus groups, inviting in panels of customers, and this is how we, for example, have been building Shareville over the last few years onto the Nordnet platform. Then we have my favorite word, delightfulness. We try to bring everyday delightfulness to the platform in terms of litter interaction designs, little micro animations, whether that be sound designs or just how you feel this platform is interacting with me as I'm working on it. Combined with innovative features such as the curated watch lists that have been demoed a couple of times here, personalization, for example, the feed that Matthias Turnquist showed, and then finally the power of social through Shareville, our network. All of these things together really work together in order to deliver this superior user experience in both app and web. Again, if that was all there was, it wouldn't be much of a platform. So we marry this with a one-stop shop for savings and investments. Now, this hasn't been the topic of today, nor is it now, but let me just briefly mention that once you log in, once you tap through and become a Nordnet customer, you need to find what you want to invest in. That's what you're here for, after all. So coming out of a heritage of securities brokerage, we have over 100,000 exchange-traded instruments. We built a fund supermarket with over 2,000 UCITS funds, along with all the tools and sorting tools and guidance flows to help you find what you're looking for. We made those available through pension accounts, whether that be endowment or occupational pension. Now, given that we work with excess cash on the platform for customer accounts, we also complement that with select lending products, chief among them being margin lending, which is highly complementary to securities brokerage. And now, following the announcement of the sale of our personal loans business, that retail lending line is really only a mortgage for our PB customers in Sweden and Norway to attract and retain held away assets. Matthias Friberg showed you a version of this slide when he talked about how we organize ourselves. I'm showing it here as a way of how we automate and improve customer journeys. Now, he talked about each domain owning some of these macro customer journeys, and as you may notice, they're all expressed in the first person. Again, another example of customer centricity. I want to become a customer. Inspire me to save and invest. I want to buy or sell a security or move my pension, what have you. The highlighted ones here are the ones that we're working on this year. And we keep working through these customer journeys and automate, take out little friction steps, take out cost, take out operational risk all the time in order to improve the platform. But ultimately, you've heard everybody from Elias on down talk about speed and speed of innovation. And I love it, this quote from Tim Hay at Guaopeng, "We don't have to be the best, we just have to be the fastest." And what I love about it is by being the fastest, by being able to ship at will, like Michelle talked about, by being able to A/B test in real time, like Cecilia talked about, you pretty damn quickly will be the best. So that's why I keep harping on about speed and speed as a competitive advantage. We love showing this slide. It's been shown twice before today, so let me give you my spin on it. Elias just went through it, but pushing new features and functions every 1.6 hours just gives me, as a chief product officer, and my entire product department, such a fantastic experience of working on this platform. And we are so indebted to our colleagues on the tech side for building and enabling this kind of speed. So we work so closely together, and without having this, I think it would be a much more frustrating experience for people like me who have very short patience. Again, just mentioning the app, every 3 days, a new version of our native app is out. That's counting iOS and Android as one release, not two. And that includes the time that we need to go to Cupertino or Mountain View for approval before we release. What it also enables is for me to keep talking about always be shipping. Now, this started as a joke originally, a kind of a tongue-in-cheek internal joke. It's become a mantra. It's become a mantra not just for me, but for our product teams, our feature teams, our marketers, and we are able to keep a high rate of market communication around new features, functions to the market shown here on X, but also, of course, through other social media channels, including our own shareable platform. And I think it really is testament to how we're always trying to improve this platform. We're always building the best platform for savings and investments. So if that's what it means for the platform and ultimately our customers, what does it mean for us as a company and as a stock? Well, the kind of growth that we've been printing over the last 5 years would not have been possible without having a scalable and efficient platform. And that's what everything we've been talking about today has been about. So pushing a 90% top-line CAGR in terms of customers, another 25% top-line CAGR for savings capital, is totally dependent on having a scalable and efficient platform. It becomes even more apparent if you take it to the P&L, with a top-line revenue of 30% CAGR, keeping costs at only 5%, through all the scalability, the efficiency, working through those processes, being better at finding cost efficiencies, meaning that most of this drops to the bottom line with a CAGR of 66% on the profit line. So let me end where Lars-Åke started. All of this technology, it really enables our strategic ambition. All of it. It's the platform, it's the cloud, it's the data and insights platform, it's the A/B testing, it is the design, it is the way we organize our product and feature teams in order to really build that engagement with customers. That is our strategic goal. And like Lars-Åke said in the beginning, this is a fantastically engaging platform for all of our employees to work on as well. And I've already shown you now with these charts what true profitable growth looks like and how that is enabled by technology. And finally, if you hark back to what Elias was talking about when it comes to security, which is a key cornerstone, of course, for any bank, but especially a digital bank, it'll enable us to have sustainable business. So with that, I want to say thank you. There are swag mugs for everybody in the room in the back. Don't forget to pick them up. And let me hand back to Marcus.